They really have strategic thinking and they think long term. They do these things, but they don't actually apply it. They talk a lot, they walk a lot, but they don't actually do any work. They think about their thinking and about their projects and about their visions and their dreams, and then they become nightmares because they never wake up and actually do anything. They just stay asleep. A dream without direction, without decision, without commitment is just illusion.
I'd rather be sidelined trying to achieve greatness than watch greatness achieved and it only set on the sideline. Now introducing your host, Jacob Emery.
This episode of the Iron and Infrastructure Podcast is brought to you by R&R Pipeline Inc., an infrastructure company. Join our team today at rrpipelineinc.com.
You are going to fail. Let me repeat that. You are going to fail. The only question is, which kind of failure will it be? There are only two ways that this is going to go for you in your life. It's pretty interesting to think about. There's only two ways of failure that will actually apply. You can either commit to doing something really hard, knowing that you're probably going to fail, or you can fail to ever commit to trying anything, and then that become the ultimate failure from the start because you never actually started. Most people think that there's three options. You try and you succeed, or you try and fail, or you just play it safe and you don't actually try. But that is not the case. You either try or you don't try. There's only two options. When you try, you're probably going to fail. That should be more of an expectation than it shouldn't. It's part of the learning process. It's part of the journey. But failing to ever try is the ultimate failure because you didn't even give any effort. You never even thought about it. You just played it safe, which ultimately is the only thing that's really unsafe in life is never actually trying. So the safe option doesn't actually exist. It's not real. That's powerful. Not committing is by default a commitment. By not trying, you're actually choosing the commitment of not being a person that tries. You're failing. You're really committing to be a failure by never actually trying to do it. It doesn't matter if you fall down. It doesn't matter how many times you fail as long as you try, because losers always lose more or lose less than winners, because losers become winners. You lose, you win eventually. So not committing is a choice. Every day you don't commit. You think about something, you're putting it on the back burner, you're avoiding it. It controls you by not being a commitment. So if you commit, you're probably going to fail. Embrace that. You are probably going to fail along the way. But understand one thing, it's short term. It's a minor impact in the big picture, but it's a big impact in the short term. It feels big. It's embarrassing. I don't want to fail in front of people. I don't want this or I don't want that. I'll play it safe. But in the big picture, by not ever trying is the massive failure that you're never going to have this thing because you just didn't try. You're admitting by default that you don't care enough to try or achieve it, or you don't really want it. Every failure is a data point. It's something that you can learn from. You can take it and you can embrace what it is, learn from it, continue to move on. You can win with your desired outcome, or you can learn, but you're not going to lose if you keep going. As long as you don't quit, you're never going to lose. Uncommitted failure, though, is hard to spot. It's someone that's reserved, someone that talks a lot, has big dreams, high hopes, maybe. They don't actually do anything. They might demand or command other people to do something, but themselves, they're not actually trying. They're not actually committing. They talk a lot about scarcity type of things, fear, what I don't have, what isn't possible. It's not faith driven with what is possible. What can we actually do to overcome this? What's a possibility for this outcome to be different? So from the outside looking in, they might even be successful. They might be someone that you maybe even admire a little bit, but normally you know when someone's willing to commit. They put something out there. I'm going to do this by this date. I'm going to take this leap. I am willing to put myself out there for public embarrassment. Public embarrassment. Public embarrassment means that you care about other people's feelings, that you're willing to have scrutiny from others, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't impact you because your bigger picture is the ultimate end. It is the ultimate goal. When I started this podcast, it was cringeworthy, and maybe you still think it is, and that is okay. This has been a failure constantly from the start. Bad episodes that never got released. Audio sucks. Video sucks. I don't know what I'm doing. I have guests coming in. They come in. Amazing podcast, no audio. I've had so many failures along the way. Still going. Big things are starting to happen. I didn't quit. I committed to the thing. If I failed along the way, fuck yes. I've had more failures than I've had successes along this journey, but I committed to it. and I'm not scared of what people think. My intent is pure. My impact, I hope, is good. And if it's not, it will become good. It's just not there yet. One day it will. But I know a lot of people that have high hopes and dreams, aspirations, but they don't try anything. They really have strategic thinking and they think long term and they do these things, but they don't actually apply it. They talk a lot, they walk a lot, but they don't actually do any work. They think about their thinking and about their projects and about their visions and their dreams, and then they become nightmares because they never wake up and actually do anything. They just stay asleep. A dream without direction, without decision, without commitment is just illusion. So here's what most people miss. A lot of people are not undecided. A lot of people know what they need to do. They need to face something. There's one thing that's controlling them. They need to make a commitment to get through whatever's weighing them down. The failure that they are receiving in the moment is because of the lack of commitment. There are some things that take more time to think through, to get a plan, to take action on, but ultimately, you know inside what it is. It's that thing you've been thinking about for 6 months, a year, 18 months. You don't know for sure, but you probably know for sure. You're maybe on the fence, but it's just being a chicken shit. Don't be a chicken shit. Do the thing you know you need to do. And I'm not preaching here. I'm talking through experience. I'm talking to myself right now. The man in the mirror is who I'm talking to. These are all things that I have been a hypocrite on as I speak to you now, but I still will commit to the thing and learn the lesson like everybody else. And it's happening often. Stop pretending you haven't decided. We already know. You know the answer. You know the outcome. There are some things that are just hard to make a decision on. You can't control it. You don't have the control to change the scenario, but you can commit to changing your input and output with it. So just do it. What's the worst thing that can happen? If it's the worst thing that can happen, you can live with it, and it gives you some of your freedom back. It gives you some of the control back, and you're not avoiding this thing anymore. And just fucking do it. So there's two choices with commitment. You either commit to the thing that's likely going to fail a couple times. And as long as you just commit and don't quit, you can get it. Or become a ultimate failure before you even start because you never actually start. Commit with failure or fail to commit and be a failure. And that is the only two options. The safety net of being the third option and just waiting around is a commitment. And that commitment is failure. So if you're going to commit to taking action, one step in the right direction, doing the thing that you know you need to do. And do not just play it safe or fail by default. The ultimate lack of commitment is a true and utter failure because you're not even trying.